Hello and welcome to my channel, and from now we are going to start a web development tutorial. So let's get started. So first thing I want you from all is to download Visual Studio Code, and it's a very simple process, and after that you can make a new folder to your desktop or anywhere you want in any location. Make sure you know the location. Okay, so I'm going to make a folder right here and name it tutorial. Now, if I go to my folder, it's empty. If I right click on it, you can see it open with code. So here we get the open with code, so we could use it. Okay, particularly you can use it. Okay, so if it's not appearing right here, go there and do the installation part, and there are some check boxes right there. Just check them off. Okay, so now here I'm going to open it with code. So why I choose Visual Studio Code is because Visual Studio Code makes uh, your work a little bit easier and good when we talk about web development. Okay, so now uh, we have to give it the time to open it. Okay, and let's talk about the requirements for this tutorial. So there is no requirements. If you are from zero beginner level, then it's okay. We are going to talk about that. Okay, so now what we can do right here is right here you will see some things, and upper here. So I am going to give it a quick review about Visual Studio Code, and let's get started. So now here is some panel right here, and here's some things. Okay, so it's a basically a editor, not at all any other thing. Okay, so you could choose your own editor, but I generally prefer Visual Studio Code for web development. Okay, so you will see the reason why I took this particular editor. Okay, so let's first of all the thing we don't need, let's off them. Okay, so here is a sidebar, lower bar, and here is that. So let's talk about a quick review. So here you could see the all the files and all the things you open right here. If I close this and if I make a new file like index.html, so don't worry about html or what is thing, I'm going to explain it all. Okay, so if I make a new file and hit enter, then a new file is created. Okay, and this open editor contains the file which we have. If I cross it, then you could say it's nothing, but the file is right here. Okay, so now this is like this, and here we could search anything in our editor while coding. If I have to change the body tag to, let's say, uh, body 1, then I could change it particularly. Okay, so this is all about that. Here is this, it's an advanced thing, so we are not going to dive on it. Okay, and then it's the debugging thing. Okay, and here is some extension. So I want you to install some extension to make your life easier. So what I want you to do is install, first of all, live server. So what it basically do is, live server is a server which is used for which reload your page as you see right here. Okay, it's basically for web development. It's load your server. We will see what its benefit. uh, okay, so you could imagine as a metaphor that extensions are for making your work more easier and more productive in a small amount of time. So that's all about that. So now talk about what is this file. So this is an index.html. So I'm going to go to my sketchpad to give some observation about how the website works, or what is base of any website. Okay, so here in my this thing, let's delete this all. Okay, so what happened, the suppose that we are on Google. Okay, so this is a Google screen. Okay, so we are a client, so imagine we are a client from for us. So if I search for, let's say, Facebook, so what happened is I send a request to my server to send Facebook, and then server find in the whole internet where is the Facebook is. Okay, and then collects the Facebook all pages I need to my server. Okay, So this is about how it works. Okay. So other main thing we have to work with here is delete all. Okay. So how website work? Okay. So I'm going to make a flow chart. Uh, okay. W stands for website. So website generally contain three main things, and there is some other. Okay. So in basic, as a beginner, you have to understand it contain only three main things, and as we go and as we learn many things in web development, then other things will pop up. Okay. But the main basic thing which contain a website, which how from which all the website in the world, all website will based on that thing is HTML. So HTML is hypertext markup language, which I'm going to stand by H, and other is CSS, which is cascading style sheet, which we use for styling our page and adding some extra functionalities to our page, and then comes to JavaScript. So it's a programming language which we use to make our page more and more human friendly. Okay, our UI what's a page is when we cover HTML and CSS, we are able to make amazing UIs. UIs are user interface. So what we need at that moment of time that we have to need a JavaScript or any language which gives brain to our website. So you could say brain and beauty is the website. Okay, if we combine all HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, so HTML you can imagine as a metaphor for human. So HTML is our body. Okay, it's a skeleton, you could say. It's a skeleton here. HTML is our skeleton. CSS is our beauty or our personality. Okay, and JavaScript comes to our brain. So all these makes a website, or in the metaphor you could say a human. Okay, that's what we have to this is all about that. Okay, so now how this course will work is this is going to be a full course for web development. Okay, so how the course will work, firstly I am going to explain all the HTML text and all the external syntax. Okay, so I'm going to first cover up all the HTML language from starting to end, and then comes to CSS, then I cover CSS, and then we make some common projects which only contain UI or user interface. After that, I'm going to go to JavaScript, and in JavaScript, we are going to learn all the basic things of JavaScript, then manipulation of DOM, and many other things. So this course is going to be very interesting and very fun. I'm going to stick all part. You also please subscribe the channel so you didn't miss anything. Okay. So when we cover all this part, we are going to make a real websites like all and talk about little more advanced stuff which are going to pop up. So what in this course contained in the first is this is a front end development. So I want to make sure to clear you all. So this is front end developing. Okay, so first front end developing, don't worry about the word or the meaning of front end. It's work with uh, the uh, the top or layer of the website. In the back there is some coding, so we will discuss about that. Don't worry about that. So this all contains front end development. There is a back end development, and all the front end plus back end called full stack development. So I'm going to try to convert it to full stack development, also covering server script, client script, server side script, or many other things, many other cool stuff. So better you stuck with it. Okay. So now let's go to my website. So one thing I'm going to download you is the live server. Then you could download many things if you want to customize your website. Then you could download Visual Studios icons and many other things. You could download auto rename tag for your sake of time. Okay, it's very good, better comments for your improving your things like here. So don't worry about it, I'm going to show you all. So now I'm going to go to my index to HTML. So why I say you to choose this Visual Studio Code is the reason behind the extensions, because it makes your life very easy. So now what we can do is if I write an exclamation mark and hit enter, then boom, boom, there's a code generated for us by the Visual Studio Code. So what is this is, it's a template, HTML basic template, which we all need all the time when we are going to start and building a project or website, anything. Okay, so this is the basic thing we have to worry about. Okay, so what Visual Studio Code do, the basic, all the basic things and template, they make it in Emmet abbreviation, and Emmets are generally some keys by which we can make our code. So just like this, if I delete this all and this right here, so you could see Emmet abbreviation. So what is this? If I press one exclamation mark and hit enter, then this code will be generated for us. So I'm going to uh, explain you all the code writing here. Okay, so first of all, we tell a server that it's a document type of HTML. Then we select the language of HTML. Then there is a head tag and body tag, so don't worry about that, we will cover it later on sections. Okay, and then the ending of HTML tags. Okay, so this is all about that. Okay, so in our body, all the skeleton, what we say in metaphor, all the HTML we cover in the body. Okay, all the HTML will cover in the body, all the CSS will cover in the head or in the head, and all the JS will cover on our end of the body. What I write is end of the body. Here JS script, I want JS script right here, and here is our HTML going to be have. Okay, and right here CSS will have to be put. So this is how the page is divided. So in the next tutorial, we are start to our HTML and learning HTML basic concept and syntax. So better you stick around the all the course, and it's going to be really fun for me and you, all of us. Okay, so better you stick around the whole part and watch it live now. Okay, so thank you for watching the tutorial. If you like, please subscribe the channel and hit the like button. Share with your all friends and whoever you want. Okay, so bye bye.